Alright, hi guys, Brian here, and today I want to give you my impressions on the Transformers Combiner Wars Ultra Magnus. I think he's part of the Combiner Wars officially. But here he is, and here's Minimus Ambus. So, let's go ahead and talk about Minimus first. He's a little tiny hover car thing that actually I think looks rather awesome. Complete robot mode underneath. And I have not been able to figure out any sort of way of keeping Minimus on the armor when he's in vehicle mode. So if you guys know a way, please tell me. I'm really desperate to find a way to keep this contained in this. So, set him off to the side for now. But here is Ultra Magnus, or the armor I should say, in vehicle mode. In the box, he's got his guns, which I'm going to go ahead and take off and talk about now. So, pretty cool looking guns. I actually really like this one. It looks just kind of awesome to me. And you've also got his missile pods that you can take off. And this gun has a port on either side that you can plug these into, which turns this into supposedly a hammer thing. So this is supposedly a hammer. I guess it's looks more like a badass gun to me, but hey, at least they're trying. It's okay. I'm not in love with this, but I'm not upset about it either. Also in his box, he comes with a collector's card with some really cool artwork, actually. Ultra Magnus. And nothing on the back. Cool card. Nothing you can do with it other than, toss it. So, he looks cool. I very much dig this very IDW design. In fact, so much so that I kind of actually preferred doing that, because every time I've seen it in the comics, the cab is always so much closer and actually integrated into the trailer part in the comics, in IDW comics I should say. So I vastly prefer it like that. Although, yeah, I don't know, I kind of flip-flop. Sometimes I like it extended, sometimes I like it retracted. So he rolls. My little thing here is a bit bowed, so it doesn't roll super well on here, but it rolls fine on straight surfaces. But let's go ahead and bring in some buddies to see the size comparison, shall we? Okay, so for starters, let's go with the Combiner Wars Motormaster mold, which shares the same mold as the Optimus. So the most recent Optimus is this guy, this mold. And here's the most recent Ultra Magnus. They look pretty decently scaled together. I mean, granted, this cab is tiny, and I don't know why they insisted on trying to make this like a freaking huge truck, but whatever. So, these guys look pretty decent together. I'm okay with that. If this was Optimus, anyway. Heck, even as Motormaster, it's okay. For another Combiner Wars comparison, there is Hotspot. Just came out in the same time as him. I like this guy too. They look pretty decent to me. For some more Combiner Wars figures, here is Blades and Streetwise. A couple molds that are getting used pretty regularly, I'd say. Not really all that well in scaled, but good enough, I guess. And hey, he's a car carrier. And I just dropped in Minimus Ambus. Ah! Anyway. Ultra Magnus is a car carrier. You can open up and back, and let cars slide on in. Yep. Sliding up the back. So, Ultra Magnus is a car carrier and can actually carry cars. It's kind of cool. There's no way to get like on top like Masterpiece Ultra Magnus does, but there's actually like on the red skirts here, there's actually a lip so that tires stick right there. They don't slide off. So this guy actually is pretty secure in there. Like if I were to close this all up. Yeah. So if I were to close it all up and take Minimus off from underneath, this guy is pretty darn secure. He's not moving. So that's pretty cool. I dig the car carrier. Another comparison that can be made is with Springer, although if you're going to do that you probably want to take Minimus away. Still an awesome mold, by the way. These guys look pretty decent in vehicle mode, but you know, I'm extrapolating out that Springer is some sort of Cybertronian vehicle and not actually designed for human cohabitation, because that'd be kind of, I don't know, scale, right? But mass-wise, these guys look pretty good together. But let's say we want to display him with some of his Lost Light buddies. We've got Nightbeat, we've got Adrift, we've got a Swerve, we've got a very, very blatant just showing off of my custom Chrome Dome, whose name I actually forgot for a second, and a Fake Busker Thugmeister Rewind, because you can't have Chrome Dome without Rewind, right? So here's kind of a Lost Light crew. Not everyone that I've got a few more, like Skids I've got somewhere around, Trail Cutter I've got around, but you know, just a sampling of them. I had these guys easily accessible. These guys look good together. I'm perfectly okay with this. And one more size comparison that I'm kind of doing with everything, because she's my go-to size. There is Chromia. Okay. Cybertronian vehicle doesn't need to be the same size as an Earth mode vehicle. I'm okay. So, there is Ultra Magnus in vehicle mode. What do you say I now get over to robot mode and we see how cool he is there? Spoilers, really cool. So, let's do that, shall we? Ready? Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. And bam, here is Ultra Magnus in his robot mode. And goddamn does this look good. Yeah. Let's go ahead and talk about the weapons. They don't really clip in anything. His hands are articulated so they can open and close a bit. And his hands literally just grip onto the guns, but not super securely, so that you can, of course, now that I'm trying to do it, it doesn't do it. But this gun fell out like 6 times as I was just getting them into neutral stances. So they fall out pretty easily unless they apparently have one magic spot where they can fit perfectly. So there's no real way I can find to have these weapons be super awesome, but whatever. Alright, so let's talk about Minimus Ambus for a moment. You open that up, hey look, there's a Minimus Ambus head right there, and hey look, you open him up, and he's a dude inside of another dude. There's a Minimus Ambus. That is kind of awesome. Granted, he doesn't actually like sit in a pilot seat like this is, but it's still rather awesome. And let's go ahead and get a close-up on Minimus here. And jump cut to you guys finally focusing on him. Actually, I kind of dig that he even has the stash. Actually, some very nice paintwork on something super tiny like this. Nice molded detail. And I'll flip them around for you. Autobot logo on the what was the roof of the car. I kind of like Minimus Ambus. He's got a cool transformation too. But we'll set him down. And guess what? If you don't like Minimus Ambus, you can leave him out of Ultra Magnus and completely ignore him. Personally, I like Minimus, so he stays inside. So now, bam. Let's throw Minimus there for size comparisons. But for some size comparisons, let's go ahead and throw in some other Voyagers from the Combiner Wars line. There's Hotspot. There's the Motormaster / Optimus Prime mold. And we've also got Silverbolt right here. So he is pretty darn big. I do not disapprove of this size. Let's throw in Springer. I like that size. The size of this Ultra Magnus is pretty darn awesome. Everything I throw him against, he's like very well sized. Now, of course, I've got my standard yardstick of Chromia, so like almost twice as tall as her, which I'm happy with. Alright, and bam, there are a number of the crew members of the Lost Light, including a custom painted Chrome Dome and a fake busker, Shapeways, Thugmeister as Rewind. These guys look cool. I have more. I do have skids. I do have more Lost Lighters. I could grab more if I wanted, but hey, you get the general idea. So these guys look great together. And one other size comparison I wanted to do is with the Mebsuda Ultra Magnus armor for the Fall Cybertron Ultra Magnus. And they're both pretty darn awesome Ultra Magnuses. I suspect I probably would like the, if push came to shove, I probably would like the Generations Ultra Magnus better because it does have a vehicle mode. But for sheer articulation, Mebsuda is still like an amazing thing. And I still really like the Mebsuda, especially once I painted the head and the eyes. And I'm still pleased with this. This guy's still going to be sitting in my Fall Cybertron shelf. But let's bring you guys down low now to take a look at some other comparisons with Minimus Ambus himself. So here he is. Here's Minimus with Combiner Wars Huffer, I forgot his name for a moment, and Groove, who never likes to stay in robot mode very well. Pretty darn small. We've also got some Robots in Disguise Legion class figures who are still taller than him. And hey, let's third party up. There's Make Toys Trash Talk and Fake Buskers Thugmeister printed in aluminum, polished aluminide and painted by me on Shapeways. Still pretty small. About right, I want to say though. For the smallest Minimus Ambus he gets, I think that's about right. I could be wrong. So, speaking of his articulation, let's put Minimus Ambus aside for right now. Normally I just throw him back in the chest, but I'm not going to do that at the moment. Ultra Magnus' articulation. His head is on a swivel, can go left and right. It's also got a hinge here, partially to let Minimus Ambus partially to let Minimus inside, but you can get some minor. It's got a hard stopping point, so it likes to go there. Can't really get any downward out of it. Full rotation at the arms. Got a bicep swivel. He's got a elbow joint, giving you 90 degrees. He's even got outward, and the missile pod things are on a joint to let you go out. In fact, if you want, you can actually take these off. And you do have to take these off for transformation. Whoa. But you can go out even further if you lift up his little side panel thing here. And you just flip that back down and put these missile pods on that post in there. Or rather, post, peg, whatever. Cut that out. Let's see. He has no waist joint because of the way this chest piece kind of works. There's not really room for one, I guess. It's okay. I can live without it, I guess. His legs are awesome. They can go forward very well. They can go back really... Okay, they can go back that far. I thought they could go back farther. Oh well. They're on nice strong ratchets, so he stands pretty firmly. You can go out pretty darn far. You can rotate at the thigh. He's got a good 90 degrees at the knee. And his feet. His feet kind of suck. Well, not suck, but I wish they were better. They can only rotate in and out like this for, like, basically for transformation, but you can use it kinda to get some more movement. If this had just been a ball joint, it would have been, like, better, I think. But sadness. So, he's pretty decently articulated and can do some fun poses, like standing there being ready for things. So his articulation is pretty darn good. And just to give you a close-up of his head sculpt, If you guys will focus on him. That is a glorious Ultra Magnus head sculpt. Like, oh, that is good. I like that. That is a very nice head sculpt. The transformation itself to get to robot or vehicle mode, I really like. I love the way the arms collapse and expand. I love the fact that he has articulated fingers. I really don't like having to take parts off to transform him, which is why I don't like the shoulder missiles. And to be honest, I'm actually debating just leaving them off, but I'll probably leave them on because I don't want to lose them. But the transformation is fun and complex and just fun for me to do. I like it. I love that the cab flips up and rotates and just, it's awesome. I love the transformation on this thing. And I guess that leads into my final thoughts on Ultra Magnus here. I think this guy is just kick-ass. I saw the prototype of it online and went, holy crap, they're giving me IDW Ultra Magnus. I love this design of Ultra Magnus. In fact, I think I want to say this is probably my favorite design of Ultra Magnus. Like the War for Cybertron DS game had a really awesome design too. I love that. Didn't so much care for the Fall Cybertron one that High Moon gave us, but... So yeah, I love this design. I love that the chest is actually the cab of the truck that he turns into. It's not super faithful to the source material for alt mode. I love that the headlights are actually the headlights. I like this figure. He's got a minimal backpack that's reasonable. He's got some great articulation. He's got just presence. And they gave us freaking Minimus Ambus. I really, really, really love the way this guy looks in vehicle mode, but really, really, really wish I could leave him inside for vehicle mode on Ultra Magnus. That's probably my biggest nitpick with this, is that I have to take Minimus out just to transform him. So, blarg. So, I think that's just about all there is that I want to say on Ultra Magnus in this video. So, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'm curious to know what you guys think about Ultra Magnus here, and sincerely want to say thank you for watching, guys. It's because of you guys that we keep doing this, so I appreciate you sending the word out. I appreciate everything you guys do for us. I am sincerely thankful to everyone who has subscribed to us and continues to watch our videos. Thank you, you guys. You guys rock, and it's because of you that we keep doing this. So, until next time, guys, I will see you later. Bye.